Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 7. And a couple of hours ago, we got the synopsis revealed for The Flash Season 7, Episode 3, titled Mother, which is obviously a reference to Eva McCulloch since the Mirror Master clones kept calling Eva Mother. And we do have some pretty interesting things to talk about for this episode, and how we have a returning character, and not only that, how we could potentially end up having some sort of a death scene going into this episode. Now, for those who don't know, this is the original Season 6 finale. So, episode 19 of last season was only made a finale due to the whole filming shutdown, and so they weren't able to finish filming the whole season, which is why we have the Mirror Master arc continuing into The Flash Season 7. So episode 3 is where the Mirror Master story officially comes to an end, and pretty much episode 4 onwards is the actual Season 7 storyline with the brand new big bads. So firstly, we obviously know that Godspeed will be the main antagonist going into this season for the first half of The Flash Season 7, I'm guessing. For the next half of the season, we obviously don't know who it is, but we're still getting that same graphic novel approach like Season 6. And we do have other returning antagonists as well, such as Abracadabra for episode 4, as well as potentially Bloodwork as well. We don't know for sure about that, but what we did know was that we had Abracadabra on set for episode 4 alongside this massive CGI dummy, and that massive CGI dummy was the same model they used for Bloodwork for Season 6 episode 8. So we're assuming Bloodwork returns for that episode as well, but we don't know for sure. And also we do have that masked villain who we have seen in set photos for episode 5 as well as episode 10, who I'm assuming is part of some sort of an organization or something, but that's all we really know from like set photos and things like that. But guess what, guys? Speaking of The Flash Season 7, can you guys believe we are only 4 days away for The Flash Season 7 Episode 1 to hit our screens? Honestly, guys, I am so excited. After multiple different delays, we are finally getting the flashback in just a couple of days, which I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, this isn't the original Season 6 Episode 20. There were some slight changes added onto it, such as removing all of Ralph Dibny's scenes, for example, and adding on some extra new reshoots to make it seem like an actual premiere. I'm guessing they're bringing in Caitlin to fill in Ralph Dibny's scenes, because for the episode 19 finale, we did see Caitlin being written off for the first half of The Flash Season 7, and that was due to Danielle Panabaker being pregnant at that time, and she had to go on like maternity leave and stuff. But we do know that she is back and she's filming, so coming from that, I think that Caitlin's storyline is changed for Season 7, and she is there for the first half of Season 7. So I'm guessing they brought in Caitlin to fill in Ralph Dibny's scenes. I'm not entirely sure. But for those who don't know, Season 6 Episode 20 was partially filmed before the whole shutdown, and they were on their last day filming that episode. But we obviously didn't end up getting the episode because episode 19 felt more like a finale than episode 20 did, because episode 20 was some sort of like a filler episode, but now it will not be because of the extra reshoots and stuff. So it's going to be more of a premiere than just a regular episode. But I am very interested to see if this episode will end up being messy because of that whole thing with where we have the original shots from the original Season 6 Episode 20, and then adding on with that we have the reshoots, and we could have some like characters looking different as well. So I'm very interested to see how they will handle that. But since we are so close for The Flash Season 7 to hit our screens, obviously we are to get more promo materials coming our way, in which we have a new synopsis to break down. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so the synopsis goes as followed. Sue Dearborn returns. As Eva becomes more powerful, Barry and Team Flash must find a way to stop her. They are shocked when an old friend, Sue Dearborn, risks her life to help. So yeah, this synopsis is a lot shorter compared to the ones that we had before for episode 2 as well as episode 1, which is pretty understandable, saying that this was meant to be a finale episode originally. This is where the Mirror Master storyline officially comes to an end, so they will be very implicit as possible because this will seem like a finale, although it isn't. But breaking down the first line of the synopsis, as Eva becomes more powerful. Now, it'll be very interesting to see what happens with Eva during this episode, which makes her more powerful. I'm very interested to see what it is, because obviously in promos as well as set photos, we do know that Eva will still be continuing with her antagonizing plans and taking control of the Black Hole organization like we saw last season. And we do know that she will be facing off the Flash for a couple of times. Like, we do know that they'll be facing off each other for episode 1 as well as episode 2. But I am very intrigued to see what it means by becoming more powerful. And is it that, it's Black Hole wise, where she's able to recruit more mercenaries and that makes her more powerful to basically come across? The amount of control she has over the organization of Black Hole in general? Or is it that maybe these missions she goes for, like breaking into some sort of a lab, she's able to gather some sort of materials or something, which allows her to create something and therefore making her more powerful? We do know that Eva cannot stay in the outside world for too long without her Mirror Master costume, so maybe she finds a way to fix that problem that allows her to remain intact. I'm not entirely sure. But in regards to the synopsis referring to her becoming more powerful, I think it has to do with her mirror abilities if I have to take my best guess towards it. We do know that Eva is incredibly powerful as she is already. We do know that Eva is able to travel through not just mirrors, but literally any reflective surface. So basically getting more abilities alongside that as well will make her pretty damn overpowered to stop. So I am very interested to see what these powers are. Now, through set photos and the trailer that we got a couple of weeks ago, we do see Eva being able to replicate herself. So maybe Eva is able to make these multiple Mirror Master clones so she can pretty much multitask and complete multiple different missions at once. And instead of Team Flash facing off one Mirror Master, they will be facing off a couple. So maybe we could have like Barry facing off Mirror Master and then Team Flash will deal with the other Mirror Master clones. Maybe that's what will happen. I'm not entirely sure. But the next line of the synopsis is, Barry and Team Flash must find a way to stop her. So as I alluded to before, this is the original season 6 finale. So pretty much it's the Snyder cut of the season 6, if you want to say. And since this is the original season 6 finale, we are expecting a massive battle between the Flash and Team Flash facing off Eva or Mirror Master, whatever you want to call her, and eventually resulting into the Mirror Master getting defeated. Now we do know that by this episode, Barry will 100% have his speed back. I will honestly be shocked if he doesn't, because I predicted that he will be getting his speed back at the end of episode 1. So he will have the artificial speed force working if we're going by my guess for episode 3. And also while having Iris out of the Mirrorverse as well, this will make Barry less stressed and more confident in the same time. Now through set photos we do kind of get these slight glimpses to what to expect for the final battle. And I'm not going to talk about them because it's pretty spoilerish, so for those who don't like spoilers, I'm not going to mention it. But if you guys want to check it out, and if you guys want to know what is going on in the final battle, you guys could check it out from the season 7 episode 3 set photos by Canada Graphs, and you guys could check that out from his blog page. But it will be very interesting to see how Team Flash will be able to stop Eva. As I said, we do have Barry with his speed back already. So Eva is pretty much screwed as she is, but maybe the powers she has makes her more powerful. And so maybe this would result into Team Flash making some sort of tech which disables the Mirror Master clones and they'll be able to face off Mirror Master alone. And that helps defeat Eva, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. It is hard to talk about this without giving too much away because I have seen the set photos for the final battle. And even though when you see the set photos, like you do only get like shots, like you don't know what is exactly going on. So I do know what is going on to a certain extent, but I don't actually know what the scene is, if that makes sense. I've only seen the photos. But just in case for those who don't like spoilers, as I said, I'm not going to say too much, just so I don't give away anything. But the final line of the synopsis is, they are shocked when an old friend, Sue Dearborn, risks her life to help. So we do know that Sue Dearborn returns for this episode and has been framed by Eva during episode 19 of last season. So because of her getting framed by Eva, obviously it would make sense that Sue would want to have her revenge and she would be determined into helping Team Flash to stop Eva as well. Now the thing with Sue is, it'll be pretty interesting to see what they do with her, especially without Ralph Dibny. We do know that Ralph will somewhat play a role this season, however, not played by Hartley Sawyer. They will use his body swapping abilities with another actor to basically replace Ralph, if that makes sense. So maybe we'll have like Tom Cavanaugh playing Ralph Dibny for a while. And I am guessing that this episode is the episode where they will write him out and get rid of Ralph for good. Whether it's to like write him off completely or make Ralph end up dying by this episode. But there is really no point in having Sue without Ralph, because the only reason Sue Dearborn was introduced in the first place was to set up that relationship between Ralph and Sue. So by the end of this episode, I am guessing that Sue could potentially die. I'm not entirely sure about that. Which, if she does end up dying, that would suck, because if this whole Hartley Sawyer situation didn't happen, she would have had a much bigger part for season 7. And although this is the original season 6 finale, we do know that there have been some slight tweaks and changes. As the synopsis says, Sue would risk her life. So maybe there is this risk of her dying and she could actually end up dying, and that's how they will be able to get rid of Sue and Ralph. I'm not entirely sure. If not, I will be very interested to see how they'll be able to fit Sue into Team Flash without having Ralph over there. It will be easier if they did kill Ralph off and Sue would just be like a recurring character appearing every once in a while for season 7. I think that would be a good way to go if they are to keep Sue Dearborn for the show. But there is a chance that she could die as well. We don't know for sure. Now we do know that during the original season 6 finale, we were teased that we were supposed to get a massive Reverse Flash cliffhanger. And it will be very interesting to see if we do end up getting that, because that was meant to be an ending for season 6. But since this is a episode 3, it'll be so random having a cliffhanger over there. So they could potentially save this cliffhanger for like the mid-season finale of season 7, or maybe save it up for the season finale itself for season 7 itself. I'm not entirely sure. We could very much end up getting it for episode 3, but as I said, it would be so random having that. But also, if we do get that Reverse Flash cliffhanger for episode 3, I'm not gonna lie, it will be pretty damn cool to see that. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about all of this. Do you guys think that we could see Sue die, or do you guys think that she will remain and have a recurring role for the Flash? I'm interested to see your thoughts towards all of this. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.